Hello, hello, and welcome to this episode of the Joe Yoga Life Diaries. Oh, I love this time of the week when I get to just sit and just chat to you. It's really, really quite therapeutic for me, and I hope it is for you too. We've had a busy time at the beginning of this year. I've been doing the Bliss Breakthrough event, which was 5 days online, which was super productive for me and many other women that came and joined, and it was a really beautiful time. So thank you to all of those ladies who were with me then. And we've got the Shala going on, and I've just released some more yoga for schools stuff now that the schools have closed. There is a lot of stuff online, so please go to my website if you want any assistance. If you're a parent or a teacher and you require some assistance with your child, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, or for you, it's all there for you. Now today we are talking intuition. Intuition is something that it's becoming more and more paramount for me. I've always been quite intuitive. A bit of a sixth sense, as my mother would say, and I've always trusted it and known that there is a knowing, a greater sense of something. And what I want to do today is give you tips and ideas. If you're struggling to connect with your intuition or struggling to have that trust, then this is what this episode is here for you. It's incredibly liberating when you decide to live by your intuition. It takes a lot of pressure off, but you've got to get to that point first where you feel that you can trust. And so I'm going to give you some tips for that today. At the moment, when we want to know something, it's very easy to look outside of ourselves, to go on Google or to put a question on social media and just ask outside of ourselves if there's something that we need. And yet, for a vast majority of stuff, it takes a lot more sense just to, if you want to learn how to plumb in a dishwasher, it's a great idea to just nip on YouTube and have a look. But some things that are more deeper, that are much more personal to you, they need to come from inside, okay? Inside of you. And I just want to start by giving you this quote, okay? This quote is from Jack Canfield. It goes, "Your subconscious mind is the source of your hidden genius and will always provide you with the knowledge you need to move forward in the right direction. This is true for all people." So it's very common that we think, women are very intuitive. They're very in touch with the universe and source and such. But it is all humans, every single human. I mean, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we are at all times divine. We are spiritual. We cannot not be spiritual because we are. Okay? So our subconscious mind is the source of your hidden genius. It will always provide you with the knowledge that you need to move forward in the right direction. So it's about connecting with your subconscious mind. So how do we do that? Well, first and foremost, we need to go quiet. We need to stop listening to the TV and the radio and the opinions of other people, because what is right for you is not right for everybody else. So somebody else's opinion on something is not right for you. The only way you will find your own voice and your own right path is by listening to you. And that means going quiet and trying to get out of the thinking mind. So this is where meditation is very, very useful. This is where chanting is useful. If you struggle to meditate, if you struggle to be one of those who sits there and goes quiet and thinks they have to have no mind, remember there is no such thing as no mind, because as soon as you are aware that you are not thinking, you are thinking. So it is impossible. Well, not impossible, but it's such a difficult thing to do. So if you think meditating is sitting there and having no mind, that is not what it is at all. I meditate every day, and it might be a case of listening to a guided meditation, listening to some music, focusing on my breathing, focusing on a mantra, but I have to give my brain something to do. Otherwise, it will not be controlled and it will think all other things. So meditation is controlling your mind, whether that be by listening to something, by repetition of a mantra, and then through that you open up the way to be in a no mind state, but you're not aware that you are in a no mind state when you are in it, because that is the thinking mind. So meditation is your first thing. Getting still, going quiet, and listening and going to meditation is your first step to connecting with your intuition. Your second step to connecting with your intuition is to notice hunches and feelings and coincidences that happen. And I always say there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything that happens is either a sign or a signal or a message for you. So, that very common thing, like I'll be thinking of somebody and then they walk past, or I'll be thinking of somebody and then a message comes through from them, or they phone. That's your intuition working. Okay? It does happen. It is there. And so noticing these things that happen. Now, sometimes something might drop in your mind that does not make any sense to you whatsoever. Like an idea pops up and you've no idea why that idea is there. Just make a note of it. Keep a notebook or keep a journal with you so that you can notice these coincidences and notice things that are coming up. Write down communications that you have with your higher self. So after you've meditated, it's always good just to jot down any little downloads you might have had, any words that came to mind, any feelings that you had, any physical responses, things like goosebumps or chills or a feeling in your tummy or a pressure in your heart, anything like that. Note them down, because it is your higher self and your inner wisdom speaking to you. And as you become more in tune with your intuition, you'll start to know what these things mean. I can't tell you what they mean because they are different for all of us. Yes, but you get a knowing. Do you get me? A knowing. There's like a feeling. And I said this yesterday, and it was like, it's just a knowing. I can't tell you. I just know something. It's a reassurance. Okay? Now, when learning to communicate with your intuition, the third point I want you to do is you can ask it questions. It's a two-way conversation. It's not just your intuition guiding you and telling you what to do or giving you tips or, little signposts along the way. You can ask questions as well. You can be very clear with what am I expected to do with this? Provided that once you ask the question, you go quiet and you are prepared to listen. You have to open up to listen, open up to trust, and then it will come through to you. So make it a two-way conversation. Ask the question. If you don't get an answer, and you're not going to get the answer you want, you're going to get the true answer. So it's no point asking the question over and over again until you get the answer you want, because that will never happen. You have to ask the question and trust the answer. And that comes to my fourth point here in today's episode, and that is simply trust. Trust your higher knowledge, trust your inner wisdom, and trust that it is right for you. It's not right for everybody. Your intuition is not here to guide anybody else except you. So if you get an answer through that you think is not right for you, is it that you don't think it's right for you, or is it that you don't think it's right for somebody else? So trusting your intuition is really, really valuable. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a short little quick meditation. What I want you to do is I want you to bring your hands together at your heart center, and you're going to interlace all of the fingers apart from your index fingers. So your index fingers are pointing up. So it's kind of like a child making a gun shape with their hand. Palms are pressed together. You're going to bring your index fingers so they just sit underneath your nose. And you're going to lower your eyes so they're almost closed, but you can just see the tips of your index fingers just underneath your nose. And then you're going to breathe in through your mouth, through an O-shaped mouth, in 4 counts. And then breathe out through the nose in 1. And in through the mouth. Out through the nose. So, continue. and stretch your arms out wide and take a really big deep breath in. Keep stretching, hold your breath. And breathe out, relax your arms, relax your hands, and just allow yourself to be still. And as you did that meditation with me, notice if your mind was very busy, or was it focusing on the breathing? And if it was focusing on the breathing, did anything drop in? Did you get any downloads? Any messages? And just make a note of those. And as you go through today, in the next couple of days, I want you really to notice things you see, people you bump into, conversations that you have, and just see what your intuition is guiding you to do next. With all my heart, with all my love, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for listening today. If anything resonated or you feel inspired to, please share, as that is how we spread the healing. To learn more about me, my teachings, or any of the Joe Yoga programs, go to www.joeyogauk.co.uk, and I'll see you next time. Bye.